7 episodes in. What the fuck? Hi guys, welcome to the video. This is about the 16th time I've hit the record button because I genuinely don't know how to review this episode. This absolute pile of dog shit. I'll do my very best to break it down for you. As we expected, this would be an episode where we explore the psychological problem that Picard has, the memories of his abusive father and all of that crap. Meanwhile, you have small sub-stories with Rios and Raffi and Seven, but the majority of it is Picard-centric. Picard's in a therapy session. He is talking to the guy from Battlestar Galactica, who is trying to get him to open up. Picard eventually opens up and we go into Picard's past, in Picard's mind. It's his mother and him as a child. I don't want to rip on the kid too much. He wasn't a very good actor and his British accent was horrendously bad. Monster's chasing after Mummy Picard and little Picard. The monster catches up with them both and drags Mummy Picard into a room. Credits finish and Raffi, Seven and Rios and not Laris are with Picard, and Raffi and Seven said, we need to find Jurati. So they've actually figured out that they need to find Jurati. Finally. So Raffi and Seven beam back to the ship, and Rios and the Watcher stay to work on Picard, and she's going to try and go into his mind as she said in the previous episode. Raffi and Seven make it back to the ship, and Raffi says, this absolute belter.
Kissing Rios? Oh, look, if that whole thing starts up again, I quit the game. No,
oh, please. Please do.
what?
Please leave. I'm almost rooting for Jurati and Rios to get back together so we can get rid of Raffi. Pisses me off.
Now, see, we're totally different. Now, our pain's beautiful and tragic, and everyone loves hearing about it. Absolutely. Plus, we're the main event. Now, Jurati...
That's the writers talking.
Anyway, Seven tries to scan for Jurati and she can't because Jurati has locked out the main computer. Although they don't know it's Jurati, they think it's the Borg Queen that's done it. But the computer is locked out with a Borg algorithm. So it cuts back to the Watcher and she's got a Romulan-shaped earpiece thing that goes into a brain. And I'm thinking, wow, that's just stupid. That's so on the nose. I wonder if she'll turn out to be a Romulan after all. She ventures into Picard's mind and she finds little Picard sitting there in a room. Meanwhile, Picard is having his therapy session with the guy from Battlestar Galactica. And it's cutting back and forth. So I'm just going to cut all that bullshit and tell you what happens. The Watcher, not Laris, finds young man Picard and tries to convince him to go with her, but young man Picard isn't having any of it. He says, I'm not going anywhere. Not me. No, I'm not going anywhere without my mama. Picard's getting pissed off with his therapy session and someone bangs at the door and Picard goes, what with that incessant banging? Get off my lawn, you little bastards. Anyway, the therapist convinces him to go further back into his mind and Picard goes, very well. The Watcher, not Laris, is with a little man Picard and this dude opens up this gate for no apparent reason, looking for little man Picard. Are you staying with me? Are you managing to stay with me at all? Little man Picard gets restrained by this weird demon-looking creature. Not Laris gets restrained by this other weird-looking creature. And the doctor comes back to her surgery after leaving it with these complete and utter fucking strangers. And he says, hi. And she goes, how's Picard? And he goes, okay. And she goes, why have you locked the door? This is my surgery. You need to unlock the door. And she says to her kid, I'm going to say some naughty words. But then she doesn't say any naughty words to Rios. She just goes, I will kick your ass if you don't open that door right now. And Rios goes, okay, I'll open the door. He opens the door and she sees the Watcher, not Laris, with her white eyes. And she's like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Cuts back to Picard's dream and the Watcher is still being restrained on the deck by this creature thing. And she headbutts him. And she says to the other demon thing, let the boy go. Let him go. And it cuts back to the doctor, and Picard is having some sort of seizure or something. There's something wrong with his brain and he's shaking. He's literally going... Rios calls Raffi and says, I need a neural scanner thingy. I need a MacGuffin. Send me the MacGuffin straight away. She does. She beams it into the palm of his hand. And he goes, I don't know how to use it. Please, Doctor, would you use this piece of advanced technology? And she goes, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And he goes, well, you just pointed at his head and just use it. Rios gives this woman from 2024 a piece of 400 years in the future technology that he expects her to use on Picard. And she goes, no, and ends up fucking using it anyway. I don't really care anymore. The writers clearly don't give a shit anymore. They need her to use this MacGuffin to fix Picard. As if that wasn't a absolute balls up from the writers, this next scene happens, and we cut back to not Laris, and everything's fine. The demons and monsters are gone. Why? How? How did they get... It was literally a cut from there to there. Where did it go? What did it... Why did it disappear? Where is it gone? It's gone. She just unshackles young Picard, and young Picard is like, oh, I trust you now. I think I'm going to go with you. It cuts back again to the Doctor, and she's using the 25th century MacGuffin technology to fix Picard. And she's like, did I just fix him? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, are you from outer space? And he goes, no, I'm from Chile. I only work in outer space.
Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
Of course, from the voyage home. And I'm just thinking, you know what? At this point, yeah, use whatever the fuck you want, because you're not writing Star Trek. This isn't fucking Star Trek. Doesn't look like it. This entire season, aside from episode 1 and potentially episode 2, there's been nothing really Star Trek about this at all. It's been the adventures of misfit crew in 2024 with an occasional appearance from Q. Fuck's sake. Anyway, little Picard, he's now trusting not Laris, and they walk into a room because he's trusting her now. Cuts to the La Sirena, and Seven and Raffi are talking about Jurati and the Borg Queen, and Seven's broken the encryptions. And I'm skipping over a load of stuff. I'm sure people will catch up in the comments section. Turns out Jurati is the one that locked the main computer out, so Seven couldn't find Jurati. Shock, shock, horror, horror, shock. Cuts back to Picard. You can tell I'm exhausted with this shit. It cuts back to Picard in his mind, and Laris meets up with Picard. Oh, sorry, I messed up. Not Laris meets up with Picard. And Picard is like, I remember you. I was hit by a car. The counselor's there. The psychotherapist from Battlestar Galactica is there. I'm not going to explain what they say in the scene. It turns out that the psychotherapist is Picard's dada, okay? And he wasn't such a bad man after all, because Picard's mother was mentally ill, and Picard's father had to lock her in a dark room to keep her safe and to keep Jean-Luc Picard safe. So he's not a bad man. And Picard goes, oh, maybe I didn't know you at all. Maybe you're a better man. And my question is, if she is suffering from mental issues, okay, so psychological issues, why is she not in an institution? Still in the 24th century, why is she not in an institution? I'll tell you why. Because they need Picard to have issues. He needs to have issues, don't you know? Anyway, it turns out there's more to this story that we do not find out, because young man Picard opens the door, or goes to open the door, and not Laris says there's more to this story, isn't it? Because her Irish accent still manages to come out even though she's not Laris. You keep him up with this so far. Picard wakes up and not Laris wakes up, and they're in the real world, and everything's in the real world now. So Rios is drawing space stuff with the son of the Doctor, who Rios is now told the son that he's a spaceman, and the son's all well impressed. And Rios is like, you know what, you gotta trust me. And she's like, yeah, I'm being really flirty, even though I said last episode I don't fucking trust you. Oh, you're from outer space, you're giving me a gizmo that I have no fucking clue how to use. He makes the most stupidest of calls and beams them to the ship. They're on the ship. And she's like, oh my god, this is insane. I've dropped my cup. And the kid is like, yeah, this is insane. I'm just going to push everything. I did laugh at, because that's what my kids do. They go, oh, this looks so cool. I want to touch everything. Anyway, Seven and Raffi are searching for Jurati, and they look at a footage of a nightclub that she went into, or a bar that she went into, and Jurati broke a window. And Seven and Raffi try to figure out why. Cuts to Picard. How many cuts is that? Cuts to Picard, and he is talking to Raffi. They're explaining the situation, and the Watcher walks in, who is not Laris. And Picard goes, well, that was a very intimate coma that you came in. We know each other far too well. Not Laris reveals that she is, in fact, a Romulan. And Picard's like, maybe I knew it. You must be her ancestor. So it turns out that Romulan Watcher is sent back to Earth because she looks like Laris, and they couldn't fucking afford any other actress, and they can't afford it. They can't afford to do Star Trek anymore because they're spending all the money in present day where it's cheaper to fucking film, and they're using the actor of Laris and coming up with some bullshit fucking explanation as to how she's there in the fucking first place, and nothing fucking makes sense. Anyway, they're clearly getting close. He's clearly attracted to her, and she's clearly attracted to him. Because I think she is Laris, and she's bullshitting her way through this, just like the fucking writers are. Picard goes on about Q, and he's like, I've got to lure Q here, because he needed me to go into my mind and figure something out. But I think I need to go into his mind and figure something out, because I'm Jean-Luc Picard. Anyway, they realise they've got to lure Q there somehow. And he goes, I think I know someone who can lure Q here. And it's Guinan. It's not Guinan. It's Guinan, not Guinan. She can lure Q. Apparently, she has the ability to lure a Q to her, to them. Are you with me? And it turns out that she can do this by pouring out a bottle of liquid that has a memory that's part of the bottle, that's a part of the memory of when her people were made a truce with the Q, that... Oh, fuck, this is giving me a headache. The bottle, she pours the liquid out, and it's supposed to summon a Q when she drinks it and screams, basically. Why? Why does she fucking need to do that? To summon a Q. When's Guinan ever been able to summon a Q, and why the fuck would she want to? Yeah, all it said in the next generation is, we've had dealings before. And Q goes, she's an imp. She's an imp. Yeah, okay, you clearly have a history. And this is what you're going to do to write that fucking history? Whatever. It doesn't work. Doesn't summon a Q. The whole ground shakes, things fall off, glasses fall over, bottles explode because she's screaming so loud. And she's really confused that it hasn't worked. Cuts again to Seven of Nine and Raffi. And they are still looking for Jurati, and they're trying to figure out where Jurati has broken a window. And Seven just throws a bottle on the ground and breaks it. And she goes, yeah, endorphins. Endorphins. She needs endorphins. The fucking Borg need endorphins to assimilate people. Why the fuck? The Borg do not need endorphins to assimilate people. The nanoprobes don't spread fast enough without endorphins. So people need to feel good when they're being assimilated. Otherwise, it slows the nanoprobes down. What level of fucking bullshit are we dealing with here? Seriously, what the fuck is going on? The Borg have never needed to do that. They've never needed to make people feel good through assimilation. I don't understand. My brain is fucking fried. Oh, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to quote the drinker. Fuck off, show. Fuck off. And they realise, oh, Jurati is the Borg Queen, or Jurati is becoming the Borg Queen, and there's a Borg Queen loose in 2024. This could irrevocably change history. Forget butterflies, this could change the fucking world! Well, no shit, Sherlock. You saying that a fucking butterfly, a butterfly's wings can change the future. Well, guess what, Buttercup? You've already fucked the future. Shit. Picard and Guinan trying to figure out why it doesn't fucking work, why they haven't summoned Q to anything. And this dude walks in, it's basically Mulder, he's with the FBI, and he's got video footage of Picard beaming in out of nowhere. And he's like, the truth is out there, I know you, I know you're aliens, or you're not from this planet, come with me. And the FBI storm the fucking place and arrest Picard and Guinan. Guard drops his comm badge on the floor, and they get arrested and carted away. And that's it. That's the end of episode. If you are still here, congratulations. Well done for making it through the video. I've just explained from start to finish what occurred in the episode. There were so many what the fuck moments. If I filmed some of them again, they'll no doubt make it into the video. But this show so far, I mean, we've all basically figured out that Jurati is the Borg Queen from episode 1. She's going to get assimilated, and she's the Borg Queen. She's going to be the fucking key to solving this entire situation. I think the change that occurred is when Jean-Luc Picard decided to open the fucking door to let his mother out. Perhaps that's the reason. But again, why 2024? Why is, what the fucking hell is going on? Do you not get the impression that they're writing themselves into a goddamn fucking corner, and the only way they're going to get out of it is by Q snapping his fingers miraculously, because the whole goddamn season is a fucking mess? Shit on a stick, this was a shit episode, and no doubt a lot of you are going to pick up on things that I missed. But it's just trying to process it all. I'll do an addendum video probably for this again on Sunday. I'll have a good think about, and I'll re-watch the episode. I'll re-traumatize myself and watch the episode again to do an addendum video. However, I think that's enough ramblings and ranting from me. This episode was just, it's just dogpiling onto the entire premise of that season 2 is a complete and utter mess. If season 2 was just episode 1, it would of season 2, if that was the season, if you counted that as a season, it would be not bad. But it's just getting progressively worse. Okay, yes, you can't judge a season before it's over. I'm sure they'll think of some imaginative, original way to fix it, but I don't think they will. Shit, they're writing themselves into a goddamn corner, in my opinion. Anyway, that's my video. I went on a bit of a tirade there. I do apologise. My voice is suffering as a result. I'm actually full of cold still from last week. So I do apologise if I get a little croaky. But if you were on... But well done for making it through the end of the video. If you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, then please consider it and hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see, please feel free to peruse the channel as well. There are other videos, other reviews that I've done of Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard. And don't forget to check out my In a Nutshell little series I've got going on. I really must find time to make more of those where I just break down Star Trek Picard Season 1 episode by episode, but in a nutshell, and hopefully in a funny enough way for you to be entertained. So thank you once again for joining me. Thank you for all the likes and comments. It's been really great to hear from you. And until next time, you look after yourselves and you look after one another. Have a fantastic Easter break, and I shall see you next week. Ta-ta for now.
I need the silence, stop the violence of the war in my head. Time's the healer, the eraser of all done and said. And as I fall back to my shelter, I know I'll only find peace in your smile.